What's going on, everybody? I am Jameson Brawley with Jameson Ashley Films. I am a wedding videographer here in the East Tennessee, North Georgia market. And over the past 11 years of making wedding videos, I have managed to boil my edit down to 2 weeks, 10 days, 7 days. I've done 2 weddings in 4 days. And other wedding videographers ask me all the time how I do it so quickly. So I've decided to make a series of videos kind of going over tips and tricks and ways I shoot and ways I edit, starting with this one to help other videographers out there. I am currently on my way to a venue called The Pavilion, which is part of the Howell Farms Wedding Venue Network here in the East Tennessee area. So come along with me and I will let you in on all my secrets. You may be wondering why I'm talking about how to edit quicker while I'm at a venue shooting, but the way that you shoot can have a significant impact on how quickly you can edit your footage. And I've got 3 tips for you guys to help make the process faster for you in post. Tip number 1, don't shoot things you know you're not going to use. For example, you don't want to shoot the bride when she doesn't have her makeup on. Kind of wait until she has 95% of her makeup on before you start shooting her getting ready, even if you have to pose some of that, even if you have to stage some of that makeup and hair process. As far as B-roll in nature, you don't need to film every single flower you see. Get a sense of the place, spend maybe 5-10 minutes shooting nature stuff, and then get out of there, you're done with it. The idea is that you don't want to come home with a huge influx of footage, 90% of which you're just going to delete anyway. Also keep in mind, you're not doing a video for the venue. You're not doing a promo video. They haven't paid you. Don't spend a lot of time filming the venue. Obviously, you're going to work at some places that have beautiful architecture and you want to get a sense of that, but you don't need a lot of drone footage of the venue. You don't need a lot of tight shots of the details of the doors and the indoor decor. Save all that for when the venue actually pays you to shoot for them. Point number 2, hire a capable second shooter. Believe it or not, my first few years I actually shot by myself and I would come home absolutely exhausted, but the worst part of that is that I was coming home with really bad rushed footage. It wasn't until I started hiring a capable second shooter like Jonathan Bott that I started to really have much better footage and much more focused footage. Also in situations where you have the bride and groom outside, in a situation like you have behind me, we've got a nice field behind me with some grass. I, for example, might get the wide shots. I'd have my second shooter over here in the trees and the leaves, kind of shooting through the trees and through the leaves, getting tight shots of them. And now I come home with good footage, less footage. So get out there and start networking, find a capable second shooter in your area, and you're gonna come home with a lot better footage.
There are some things that really help the second shooter understand what the first shooter is looking for. Tell them what to shoot, but also tell them what not to shoot. When you're giving instructions, hey, go film some details over there. There might be, like in this reception venue, there's a lot of detail here. So give them just a few instructions to help them weed out a few things that they don't need to shoot. And so they're not just wandering around shooting everything, because that goes back to what Jameson said about having too much footage.
I want that. See, if you hire a second shooter, you can boss him around. You can feel real important, even though he's smarter than me. I'm paying him to be here and I can be his boss, so. All right, we are here in the Pavilion's reception area. There's gonna be a lot of dancing going on here. There's gonna be a lot of partying. My favorite part of the wedding is the reception. I love getting in there with everyone dancing, my camera, getting some handheld shots, getting some close-ups of people just having fun. And my tendency is to stay out there for as long as possible. Every new song that the DJ plays, I've got to run out there and film the same people over and over. And it wasn't until I hired a good second shooter that he stopped me, grabbed my shoulder and said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "They're playing Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. I've got to get out there." He says, "You've shot the same people 5 times already. There's no need to go back out there and get any more." Now, obviously, your client wants as much footage as possible, but the more you're out there on the dance floor filming the same people 5, 6, 7, 8 times dancing, the longer your edit's going to be. So I would encourage you that when you're at a reception at one of your weddings to think about how much you're filming. Get out there and film the main characters. Film the bride and groom dancing. Film mom and dad's dancing. If grandparents are out there, film them. And then find some of the key players who are really good dancers. Film them a few times. Step out for a little bit, have a drink, have a bite. Go back out there if something more exciting happens. So no matter how tempted you are to run out there every time a new song comes on, don't overshoot dancing. Your future self will thank you. So just remember, shooting less at your wedding means more time for you to edit other videos that are probably on your backlog, which means quicker turnaround, which means your clients are gonna love you more, which means your clients are gonna recommend you to more people, which means more money in your pocket. For me, I'm just lazy. I don't want more work. I just want more time to chill at home. So whatever your reason is for wanting to edit faster, I think these 3 tips we talked about here at this wedding day is really gonna help you.